Hey guys, Hastings here, and welcome to episode 3 of Show Some Claws. Claws? Class. As you can see from the screen there, we're at Road Atlanta. We're actually at the full circuit, and I'm driving this very nice Honda NSX. It is built up to A class. Ooh, bit slidey off the start though, and that means obviously we're running against some S class opposition. Managed to gain a position off the start there. We're not braking as much as everyone else is, or as well as everybody else. If we got past one of the open wheelers, I get very confused between the Brabham and the Lotus. I'm not 100% sure which one's which and which one we're racing against. But there's he stopped on the apex. It's his fault. There's quite a few Ferrari Enzos up there. We've made up a few positions in the first few corners. Let's hope we can make up a few more positions in the next few corners. Go around the outside there. I'm trying to look at, is that there? I think it's the Lotus 49. I could be wrong though, it might be the Brabham. They do look really similar. But yes, we seem to be okay on the straight line speed front this time round. This car's a little bit oversteery, which I kind of like, to be honest. It sort of suits my driving style. Seems to pulled out a little bit of a gap to the cars behind us. Should just about be in the slipstream at the Enzo in front. I don't expect to be able to out-drag a Ferrari Enzo, but it's nice to be in his slipstream. And crikey, that one's gone past him and... oh, okay. A couple of Formula Fords, and the AI being stupid as usual and decided just to not overtake Monica quite easily in a straight line, allowing the AI behind him to just go past as if he wasn't there. These Formula Fords can be quite difficult to overtake because... or not. I was going to say because although they're not particularly quick in a straight line, coming down towards there, they should easily be flat out through that corner because their handling is just fantastic. But alas, that was not the case. So let's move on from that and chase down another Ferrari Enzo, which is still in front of us. I do really rather like this track. It's if I'm testing out a new car, it's generally my go-to place. There's not many tracks on this game in comparison to other games. There's a lot less than in Forza 4. And the track list for the upcoming Project Cars looks incredible. A massively vast selection of tracks. But no, I do quite like this one. It's got a bit of a mixture of everything. It's got some high-speed corners, some slow-speed corners. Nice double apex corner, some long straights. So got a little bit of camber as well around the track. And it's nice and open. It's not like Bathurst or Long Beach. It allows you to make a little bit of a mistake and not fly off into a wall and completely destroy your car. But the car, this NSX, is, I don't know, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the NSX. Might sound quite weird saying about that about a car. But sometimes I like it and think, oh, I'm going to buy one, I bet that's amazing. And the next I think, not really fast, it's alright. But at the moment I seem to quite like it, so I decided to build one. This is only the second time I've driven it. I just took it into an online lobby, and just to give it a test out, we went around Silverstone and did okay. Nothing really special about it, but it's doing pretty well so far. 3 laps in, just under halfway, and we're up to 7th place, and we're going to take 6th. And that particular Ferrari Enzo that's still in front of us, as I mess my gears up, he seems to be carving through the pack just as quickly as we do. Although saying that, he has just made a bit of a mistake and gone onto the grass. So let's hope we can capitalise that, carry more momentum down here and see if we can close the gap. Ooh, saying that, as we slide a little bit wide there. Didn't do that particularly well. Lost my momentum a bit, went a bit sideways. Fortunately, there's quite a lot of track to play with down there, and we've still got a bit of a gap to whoever it is behind us. Only look back briefly, but I think it's another Enzo. Okay, I think he might be pushing a bit too hard because he's just gone off again and I've missed my braking point and gone very sideways around that corner. Nice controlled little drift, and somehow we're apparently still up on our best time. But crikey, I've just looked at the map. That is one hell of a big gap up to 5th position. I haven't got a clue who's up there, but we've got about 4.5 laps left, so no, 3.5 laps left, sorry. So let's see what we can do, if we can make up any time. So we won't be if I keep driving like this. And we might be losing the place if I don't watch out. But this corner seems to be where I make up a lot of time from the AI, because they haven't got the balls to take it flat out, and I rather stupidly have. And that resulted in me going onto the grass and losing a place, damn it. hoping to cut back there, but he just parked his car on the apex. Couldn't cut inside him, just clipped his rear. So we're going to be fighting back for our position. Ooh. This car is... Although I do like a little bit of oversteer in a car, this really does like to get sideways, which isn't exactly the best way to go around a corner, or not the quickest way anyway. A few would argue that drifting is the best way to go around a corner. But yeah, it's just a little bit too oversteery for my liking, I think. I haven't driven this car a lot, so it might even be with a fine amount of tuning that I can quite easily tame this car to my liking a bit more. But just under braking, it's quite unstable, and as soon as you put the power down, it just kicks the back end out a little bit. If I roll through the corners and then put the power down, it seems to be okay, but it's that transfer from brakes to power that seems to unsettle the car. And that Enzo has gone absolutely flying off into the distance. I had a really scruffy lap, so I'm not surprised that I'm not exactly catching the top 4. I'm surprised at by the amount that Enzo's gone and overtaken us and buggered off by. I hope we can keep it clean for the next few laps, and you never know, we might be able to catch him back up. Taking it a bit more cautiously through here this time, and still messing up my line. And then you get dragged onto the grass as soon as you touch it in this game, which is a ridiculously annoying feature. But, well, it looks like we're going to be resigned to 6th. Ooh. And a bit of a twitch there, that was very nice. Yes, it looks like we're going to be resigned to 6th position this time out. Similar to the last time out at the Nürburgring, I thought I was going to be in a nice, stable run to the end, and I ended up having quite a good battle holding on to my position then, so let's see what happens in the last 2 laps. We've got 2.5 laps to go. So, I think my maths is absolutely terrible today. But, yes, we do have 2.5 laps left. There's the rest of this lap, then lap 6, then lap 7. So earlier, when it was on the lap 3, it was 4.5, not 3.5. But that doesn't really matter. There's a cone in the middle of the road. Where the hell has that cone come from? Why the hell are there cones anyway? Is it one of those ones? Why did it get that one? Okay. Let's just ignore that. Just a random cone in the middle of the road. Definitely not going to catch up to 4th. And I don't think we're going to be able to catch this Ferrari unless he makes a mistake. But we can have some fun driving this car around. Ooh. Apart from when it does that. It's similar to it's going to be quite a weird comparison to make, but it's similar in characteristics to the Dukes that were standard when I was filming the first episode of the Mods On series. It's really quite a nice overall car to drive, but I just want every little bit of the car to be a little bit better. I want it to be a little bit more stable and a little bit more powerful and a little bit less oversteering. And like I say, it's a very weird comparison to make considering the nature of the 2 games. They don't really overlap apart from the fact that there is driving in it. I mean, the handling model on GTA is nowhere near as sophisticated as it is on here, but it does handle nonetheless. And so, sorry, I'm really not very good at talking while I'm concentrating. Kept the power down far too long there. But yeah, going back to the comparison with that Dukes, it's not really comparable in terms of the way it handles or the way it drives or anything like that, but it's just the fact that it's nice to drive, but that's it. You just want a little bit more everywhere. And I'd like it not to squirrel like that under brakes, it just unsettles the car a little bit. Sideways up the hill though, that's never fun. But yeah, it's this track, go back to that, I was talking to that a minute ago, or a while ago. It really has got everything. I really like it because it tests every area of the car. I said about it having a little bit of everything, but the way you've got the hills, it tests the suspension, and the straights test the speed. And it's got some really tight but quick corners. It's got some slow corners. It's got that bit which is very hard to get right. It's consistency, especially consistently, especially. Yes, it is especially hard to consistently go fast around that little chicane at the top of the hill. I must apologise for my abysmal craftsmanship of words. I'm even messing that up. but I hope you understand what I mean. I'm not the most fluent and best at choosing words and enunciating them correctly, especially when I'm concentrating on racing. Generally when I race online I tend to go really rather quiet and you don't hear a lot from me, as I'm sure people I play online with will corroborate that. But I hope I'm doing okay. Obviously I'm pretty new to YouTube. This is one of my first 10 videos, so hopefully in the coming weeks and months, as I do more videos and get more used to the sort of talking over while I'm playing, my video quality will improve, and hopefully that will go for my driving as well, as it's been very scruffy today. But 7 laps, 6th position, I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, 6th position, that goes into 2nd place on our leaderboard, behind the Vauxhall Astra, but 1 position better than now I have to remember what I was driving when I came 7th at the Nürburgring. I believe it was either Corvette or Camaro, I think. You'll see it on screen now. I don't see it on screen now, but yeah, it goes 2nd on our position, right in the middle of the table. And if there's any cars or tracks that you want me to drive, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time for the next one. So until then, Hastings out. Goodbye.